Memory of Chaos just dropped a few days ago, and honestly it is a real challenge, but today we're going to be taking it easy and even using some free-to-play characters. Honestly, some I haven't used in quite a while. So I try to do this as free-to-play as I can for my team, especially since on my account I don't have some of the stronger support characters yet, but I did decide to take Castor, of course, on the first half because that boss is just meant for her. But I am going to be taking Remembrance Trailblazer, Ron May, Gallagher, similarly to the last MOC cycle. Although I feel like I've gotten a lot more efficient at this boss, and we should be able to 2-cycle it no problem. Alright, so we are going to be starting the battle off with the Memo Sprite, of course, and I'm going to go ahead and use all of the Dragon's Breath so we can enter that next phase. There we go. Okay, so, and it's really not that hard, obviously, to get back into the old state, especially against this enemy. So what I'll do is I'll use Gallagher here, and then I'll pop his Q, and then we should be able to get into the old state right before the Trailblazer gets his action advance, which is nice. All right, there we go. And then because Castor is going to get her turn, actually, let me go ahead and use Gallagher. All right, one more last Castor's hit. It is going to wake up though, but that's okay because we still have the dragon coming in one more time. Oof, there we go. That's that nice damage. Okay, so I didn't die quite yet, but that's all right. So now we're just gonna rinse and repeat like the start of the battle, where we're going to use the dragon to enter that state as quickly as we can, and then from there we'll just go ahead and try to get back into it as quickly as we can. So it's really not that bad. I never showed off a 2-cycle with my Castors. Let's go to work now. Use some of the breath. We have to do it within this cycle though, but we still have plenty of time and the action advance for it, all that good stuff. Okay, so we're out of the dragon state, but with the ult that he's gonna hit us with, that's gonna give us like all the energy that we need, so it's not even a problem. That right there as well will do it, and just like that, this boss is done. So let's go ahead and use the last of the dragon breath right before the 2 cycles ends. We went ahead and defeated it, so not too bad. I really love the damage that my Castoris is doing. I just can't wait to get her signature light cone one day. So for my first team, the build is going to look like this. Now I have actually changed my Castoris's build, and I'm going to probably talk about this more in depth in a video I want to make later this week. I have her at 9,000 HP, which without her signature light cone is actually pretty good. I'm still rocking, of course, Bailu's signature. Her pieces aren't that bad. This is due in part to the fact that I switched to an HP body now, and hopefully I can get better rolls on this and the stats will look a lot better. But yeah, my Castors, I feel like she's come a long way, and one day when I do get her signature light cone, I know she's going to be even more amazing. As far as the rest of the team goes, 160 speed on Trailblazer there with 203 crit damage. And I do have him on Memory's Curtain Never Falls, 4-piece Salcerdos, and 2-piece Lushaka. I just recently put him on Lushaka actually, so that's why he does have a little bit less speed than before at E6. And then my Ron May, I do have her with a little bit less break effect. I'm like 8% shy of what I need to be at, but I am running her with Dance 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 here, and I do have her on 2-piece Thief, 2-piece Watchmaker. I've been thinking about switching her to 4-piece Thief, but until I get those pieces, this is what my Ron May is looking like. And then of course, last but not least, Gallagher, which I just have here for the heals. He does have some pretty decent break effect for this though, and I have him on 4-piece Watchmaker, 2-piece Fleet of the Ageless, nothing crazy really, and of course at E6 as well. But that is my Castor's team. But for the second side with Sam, I am taking Fei Xiao and March 7th there with Robin and Lucha, but I am taking March over Moza since some people might not actually have Moza. I thought it would be nice to go ahead and break out March 7th again, especially with a lot of people using Cypher instead of her nowadays. This team actually did really well, and I'm excited to use it, so let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so the downside about this team is that of course we're not going to be meeting any of the typings here, so Fei Xiao is going to be our only way to break through these guys, but March will definitely help on the second side along with Lucha there. Again, I wanted to make this a little bit more accessible. Moza would be really solid here, but we'll still do quite fine, I'm sure. I'm going to try to get rid of the big guy first since he is more of an immediate threat. Alright, I need Lucha to keep us alive too like that. Yes, okay. So we'll use Robin's E first. I'm not going to get into her old state right away, I don't think. Alright, but very close. And then I'll try to get rid of these little guys since they're going to be a problem. Actually, March should take care of it for us, because I can just use it on the right enemy right. There we go. All right, nice. All right, first face shot ult. Let's go ahead and see how we're gonna do with Robin up. Not bad, actually. 152,000. Okay. So it hasn't even been a cycle yet, and we're doing okay. We're gonna get rid of the first enemy for this phase, so we're just kind of taking our time a little bit. Considering I don't meet any of the typings, I think it's not bad. There we go, 225,000, and just like that, he is down. Okay, I am gonna miss out on this last stack. Oh no, I did get it. I forgot that Lucha can build it up too. All right, 1 2 3 4 5 6. At this point, we are entering our second cycle, and it is almost dead. There we go. All right, and just like that, we're on to Sam. Now I need to watch my health, but otherwise we should be fine here. I'm gonna go ahead and pop Lucha as well. I know I should probably save that to actually help with the weakness break, but I would like to heal up before we get hit by that attack. All right, we got 6 cycles left, and we're pretty much about to just start doing damage. There we go. He exposed his weakness to us. There we go, March. Okay, and we're actually about to get 2 stacks already with Fei Xiao. There we go. All right, it's unfortunate we don't have Robin's ult up, or I would get a lot more of that damage right here, but we're actually really close to already weakness breaking him. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, again, I'm gonna use everybody first. There we go, and we should break through. All right, now I'll go ahead and pop Robin, and we can start going to work on him. So that was extremely quick to break through. All right, Fei Xiao, I'm gonna see if you can hit pretty hard here. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Nice. Okay, those stacks are carrying us pretty hard too. So 4 cycles left. He's at 31% HP, so as you can see, it's really not that bad at all. All right, let's just go ahead and pop Robin's ult now, and we'll finish things up. So yeah, this was actually a lot of fun. When I first completed this, I had used the Herta to just try to brute force my way, but this is a lot more pleasant, and I can just kind of chill, turn my brain off a little bit. There we go. It looks like March is going to be the one to finish this. So there we go, March. You earned it to finish it with 3 cycles left. So there we go. That was a lot of fun. I feel like this team does a really good job, all things considered, like without Cypher there nowadays. Although I am interested to try to see how she would do on this side. It would definitely be a lot faster, probably, especially with the quantum damage, but I'm actually happy with how this turned out. On the second half, I have my Fei Xiao with an 81-60 crit ratio. As always, it's been like this for like over a year at this point, and I do have her with Dr. Ratio signature light cone, although I doubt that you actually need this compared to the Hunt one, which I have on March 7th. I do have her on 4-piece the Wind Soaring and 2-piece Duran. Not too bad. I really love my Fei Xiao's build even to this day, so it's a lot of fun always using her. And then I'm gonna have March 7th here. Again, Mo's will probably be really good for this. I do have her a little bit slow, but she does have 70-180 crit ratio there with the free-to-play cruising in the Stellar Sea light cone. And I do have her on 2-piece Rutilant and 4-piece Musketeer. That 70 crit rate right where I need it to be for that actual boost towards her at E6. And Robin here, which I do have her on 4,100 attack there on Bronya's signature light cone here. Again, an attack based build as always, and I do have her on Sprightly now, so I do have tons of energy regen coming in. And then last but not least, Lucha here, which again, just a pretty standard healer build. I do have him with a lot of effect resistance because I'm running that light cone, and again, 2-piece attack, 2-piece speed for him. Nothing too crazy. And yeah, that's gonna take care of Fei Xiao's team. So that's gonna do it for today. I had a lot of fun dusting March 7th off the shelf. As I said, I haven't used her in forever. I just threw her away and have been using other team compositions in the meantime, which, considering the story arc around her character, I do feel a little bad about that. But nonetheless, I had a lot of fun doing this, and even though I am not currently really focusing on floor 12, I am looking forward to it, especially once I get Tribby in the next week. But let me know what teams you all used on this floor, because you can definitely mess around with it. That's why I prefer it a little bit over 12 right now, because I just want to have fun and not sweat so hard. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next video.